Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. I just want to do a video talking about Total War Warhammer today. As you all know, the reviews for the game are out, the press release has already been given, and the YouTubers and the various games websites, review websites, have given their overall feedback, and it's been relatively promising. A lot of the sort of reviews are around the top 80%, depending on obviously how they do the scoring, to the 9 out of 10. So it's come with some really good acclaim. I'm looking forward to trying it out when it comes out on Tuesday, which is 2 days time from now, from when I'm recording the video. Probably will only be 1 day by then. And I've been following a lot of the reviews, obviously. They're only telling me stuff that I already know because I keep up to date with the Total War YouTube channel and watching all their different insights and gameplays that they do. I've tried to avoid the YouTubers that have the game early and are doing campaigns. I want to experience that for myself, and I also obviously want to do some recording for myself on those as well. So I don't particularly want to spoil anything or get any sort of, I suppose you might get a bit of tactical advantage if you know some of the stuff that's scripted towards the start of the game. I'd like to basically get caught in those pitfalls myself, if possible. So one of the gripes that I believe I will have with the game, judging by what I've read and seen so far in the reviews, is that there seems to be a lack of economic options towards the game in terms of the buildings to generate your income, you can't vary the tax rate. You either tax or you don't tax. And don't get me wrong, in a lot of Total Wars, I've always loved the idea that I could just build armies and go to war and not really have to worry too much with the economic side of things. But the fact that they've taken, or seem to have taken, a lot of it out altogether, that does sort of leave a bit of a sour taste in my mouth, because while it can be annoying, and obviously you want to go on conquest, you want the military, I normally always go for I think every single time I've gone for the military victory conditions. So aside from all that, the fact that it doesn't force you into exploring that side as much as you would like, as much as I would like, as much as you would think would be needed, i.e. in the rest of the Total War games that we've had. After all, it is a grand strategy game, so therefore, I do particularly want every single side of that if possible. But I'm not sure whether they've tailored it more towards the lore of Warhammer and just basing it on the fact that, there is all this war going on, as opposed to any sort of provincial stabilities and that sort of stuff. It is a sort of case of literally total war. So on balance, you can look at it either way. For me, it's a bit disappointing that there's not at least the option to set the different tax rates rather than just to exempt or to enforce tax. And there seems to be a lack of diversity in the building options. Now, don't jump down my throat yet, because I've not gone into the reason. Obviously, the building options unlock different recruitment options, which of course we do have in other Total War games. I'm going back and I'm playing Rome 2 at the minute with one of my friends online. We're doing a co-op campaign, and not every building you build for military purposes. Sometimes you're building a certain type for more food, or for more commerce, or for more trade, or whatever it happens to be. There is multi-facets to it, as opposed to what we seem to be seeing, or what seems to be coming out so far from the reviews on Warhammer. It seems to be obviously very much down the military side of it. If you think about the tech trees, how you would research, and there'd be the same amount for military and the same amount for economic. I don't know what they actually called it before. Not called economic, is it? Doesn't matter. You know, if you played it before, you know exactly what I'm on about. It seems like it's a lot more scaled now towards the military side of things, which will be great. I'm looking forward to fighting some really epic battles. No doubt the campaign is going to take a while from all the battles I will be fighting, because at least to start off with, I'm going to want to fight pretty much most of them. But I am going to be reserving my judgment till I play the game. Obviously, if you do want to watch any of the campaigns I'm going to be doing, probably will only start by doing one. I know a lot of YouTubers have decided to do 4 or 5, which is a little bit intense for me, but then again, YouTube is not my day job. I suppose if it was, then I could do 4 or 5 quite easily a day, as opposed to just wanting to do the one. So we'll see how it goes. I'll give my impressions at that particular point. I just wanted to make this. I just wanted to bring it out, really, to be honest, what I've seen and heard so far, and just whether that's going to have any ramifications on my enjoyment of the game, or the grand strategy genre that Total War is in. One that I think it controls fairly uniquely, as opposed to any other games, despite the fact that other games do rival it in some respects, but not on the overall experience. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you going to be getting Total War? Obviously, they had the issue with the whole Chaos pack, Chaos DLC, pre-order DLC. There we go, got it out eventually. But obviously now they're giving it to you for the first week, which I'm a big fan of, actually. I think that they've taken a bit of a step back. I'd like them to just say, well, we'll include it. They've taken it to a week after launch, so you can actually see what the game is going to be like when it first comes out, because obviously I will be playing it and recording it on the day of release, when the proper, well, I presume it's going to be patched when the release patch comes out. And we'll see if there's any difficulties or any problems that's facing it in there. So it does give people the chance to not just pre-order blind, and also then be able to have the Chaos pack for free. They've also decided to do a lot of free DLC down the line. No doubt there will be a lot of paid stuff as well. But the fact that they're including the free DLCs, so it looks like they're going to support it on the free end. And also, I presume they'll do expansions for, well, minor factions, or not really sure where they'll go with it, to be honest. Maybe new quest lines and that sort of stuff. Anyway, it remains to be seen. I don't really know a huge amount about the Warhammer universe, so I can't really comment on all that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you soon.